On the news tonight, FCT Minister pledges commitment to welfare of veteran legionnaires. FCT administration creates access roads through resettled communities. And Federal Capital Territory Primary Health Care Board orientates media practitioners on COVID-19 mass vaccination. Hello and welcome to the news at 7 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Mariam George Jitubo. As the Nigerian Legion begins activities to mark the 2022 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration, the FCT administration has pledged its support to ensure its success. FCT Minister Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, who made this pledge while receiving a delegation from the Nigerian Legion, also assures that the FCTA will make increased donations towards the welfare of the veterans and widows of the departed heroes in the armed forces. Ifeanyi Ezumba reports.
In commemoration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day in 2022 Armed Forces Remembrance celebration.
FCT Minister Malam Mohammed Musa Bello said the administration will provide the needed support for the Nigerian Legion towards their good efforts at getting donations and also members of the Legion who are incapacitated. The administration this year will increase what it donated last year by 50% as a mark of appreciation to all the veterans for their services to the nation.
Over the years, the Ministry of the FCT has worked very closely with the Nigerian Legion in a number of activities through the employment of many of your members who serve to provide supplementary facilities, especially in terms of security as well as intelligence gathering, and we have always found them very, very hardworking.
Leader of the delegation, National Chairman of the Legion, Major General Abdul Malik Jibril, said the Legion has been mandated by President Muhammadu Buhari to solicit support and cooperation of well-meaning Nigerians.
The Nigerian Legion, established since 1964, with mandate to carry on with the function of looking after the families of the left behind dependents of the members of the armed forces who made this crucial sacrifice. So it has become an annual event.
The leader of the group also revealed that Mr. President is the grand patron of the Nigerian Legion. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Ezumba, NT News.
Meanwhile, the FCT administration, through the Department of Resettlement and Compensation, says fast-tracking the infrastructure development of the Karishi, Orozo and Gidan Air resettlement sites remain a priority for now. Director Resettlement and Compensation, FCDA, Perpetua Ohama, stated this during a site inspection and monitoring of progress of access road projects. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
The issue of resettlement and compensation in the FCT has been an integral part of the phase-by-phase development of the Federal Capital Territory. This is one outing that sets in motion another government's resolve to quicken the development of infrastructure that will help resettle some affected indigenous people who have allocation around Karishi, Orozo and Gidan areas. The commitment has seen to the creation of access roads that will connect the areas to other developed communities.
This particular place we're standing now was allocated many years ago, maybe up to 10 years. But because there's been no access road, development of this place has been impossible. A few months ago we came here and we noticed this particular place was a major obstacle because the bridge was broken and cars could not pass. We had to park on this other side.
Director Resettlement and Compensation FCDA Perpetua Ohama, leading a tour of monitoring of the projects, hinted that as a matter of government policy, the FCT administration is not unmindful of the need to open up the areas for further development. However, as a people-driven project, she said, the synergy with relevant communities and partners is also considered, which the Sarikin Karshi commended when the team paid homage at his palace.
So wherever there is proper coordination and understanding, you find out most of the problems would have been minimized. So I have to commend you. And it's also good to be proactive by physically coming around to see some of these projects that you are involved in.
The department said all infractions and illegal structures on the way will have to give way for the roadworks and further development of the sites. Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
And now to education. The Nigerian Union of Teachers, FCT chapter, have embarked on an indefinite industrial action after the expiration of the 5 days warning strike to press home their demand of payment of 30,000 minimum wage for local education authority teachers by the 6 area councils. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni has more.
Primary schools in the FCT have been shut down as Nigerian Union of Teachers have embarked upon an indefinite industrial action due to the non-payment of 30,000 minimum wage and other arrears. The chairman, Nigerian Union of Teachers, FCT chapter, Stephen Nabai, said no teacher will return to the classroom until the new minimum wage is paid.
Why are they not available for discussion? Why would they just sit down on their own to come up with a draft of what they think we want and throw it to us? We will not take it. And until a meeting is held where all of us will sit down, this is what they have as an offer. This is what we can take. This is what we cannot take. Until that is done, the strike remains.
Meanwhile, FCT secondary schools have called off the strike following the intervention of the FCT minister, Muhammad Musa Bello, as issues concerned have been resolved.
The strike has been called off.
For FCT teachers promotion arrears for 2017 and 2018 will take effect from November 2021. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
And talking health, the Federal Capital Territory Primary Health Care Board, in partnership with the Breakthrough Action Nigeria, has reiterated its commitment to vaccinating 1.5 million FCT residents before December 31st, 2021. This was at a one-day media orientation on mass vaccination for COVID-19 in Abuja. Serafina Okon-Umekwe reports.
Our children take nothing less than 14% before they go to 2 years.
The media remain the bedrock of every informed and healthy nation. It is against this backdrop that the FCT Primary Healthcare Board and the Breakthrough Action,
The symbol theme, Orange the World, for the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, this year's stage is set for an enhanced protection of human rights and dignity of women in times of crisis, such as the COVID-19, which research shows exposed many to dehumanizing treatment, which includes threats to their fundamental rights to live. Record shows that the rate of domestic violence has swelled and the difficulty in accessing digital learning increased the risk of girls dropping out of school.
Many of our young people today are into drugs. And we all know that when a person is into drugs, it is very easy for that person to be violent.
One of the things that is needed most is the political will to be able to make sure that states pass these laws in their states and domesticate it.
Each day, 137 women are killed or murdered by some of their family members, but only 1 out of them responds by seeking help from the police.
There's no harm in speaking up.
If we keep allowing people to keep tormenting or violating our women, it's going to affect the future of Nigeria or the future of the world.
To stop it, please, my fellow women, you have to open up.
The Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women was established by the United Nations General Assembly in the year 1979. Hawagimba, NTA News.
A report just reaching us says the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, has appealed to the FCT wing of the Nigerian Union of Teachers to call off its ongoing strike, which currently affected primary schools managed by the local education authority LEAs in the area councils. The minister made this appeal following the FCT Security Committee meeting, including traditional, religious and community leaders, also made similar appeals to NUT to call off the strike.
And I assure you that the FCT administration is working towards implementing almost all the decisions that we have taken in the past. Many that will involve monetary expenditure were delayed because of challenges we had with the budget, which have been now resolved. By the rest of what some will be accommodated within the budget.
And traditional rulers to always dialogue with the teachers and appeal to the teachers to also understand that the foundation of the nation's prosperity is in the school. And talking sports, the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, has won for the fourth time the FCT Swan annual competition, defeating the news agency of Nigeria 1-0 this afternoon as the Super Eagles to camp in Nigeria ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON 2022, as they've been drawn in Group D to face Egypt in their opening game. Let's join Aisha Adeni for more on Sports Brief.
Genotwar has revealed that the Super Minute decision Nigerians have been drawn alongside Egypt, Guinea-Bissau and Sudan in Group D, where Nigeria will face Egypt in their opening game on the 11th of January 2022 in Garoua, Cameroon. Meanwhile, Real Madrid strolled to a 3-0 win at Moldovan rivals Sheriff Tiraspol in their lopsided Group D clash, as the Spanish Giants and Inter Milan have secured their spots in the Champions League round of 16, but Borussia Dortmund have dropped into the Europa League. In basketball, Nuggets guard Perry Dozier sustained a leg injury during the first half of their match against the Blazers. The team announced on Wednesday that Perry Dozier is definitely out after being diagnosed with an injury to the left knee. The fifth-year guard will likely miss the remainder of the 2021-2022 season. To boxing, Gennady Golovkin has revealed that a third fight has been posed to Saul Canelo Alvarez as he elevates himself to the feathered status of the world's #1 pound-for-pound fighter by becoming the undisputed super middleweight champions. With Sports Brief, Aisha Adeni, NTA News.
Congratulations to Team NTA for making us proud. Before we go, do remember to take your COVID-19 vaccine and adhere strictly to safety protocols to keep safe. And with that, we've come to the end of the news in English. Up next is translations. Good night.
Growing up in a big family, there weren't always enough seats at the table, so we started eating on the floor so that we could enjoy our food and cokes together, to remind us that the most important part of any meal is being together.
Ema gbaya je shaje wo na bi ku shagbeda iwa na ba shaba beda iwo am president Ayuba wo agwa na ba ye gaye minister kizin na yage Malam Mohammed Musa Bello wo ku dai nga wo ba ga abada kauda mashin ba mi ba shin abo mba che fashi ngba ba shin tu ba yufun abo eye ko belen zaragman ya Abdul Malik Jibrin nge general wo na ba da nga ki tu ko da ya Muhammadu Buhari wo na ga ba gbatu ga ba lo ba zan mashin san ifa yo zun ba wa ko ga minista ba mashin du ayofan salasi gwamnati yakin zina ta tashi ba ko da kwa ku da in kai kula yace kwa shi atutun ina ba in gwamnati bai ga azanyi in karshi orozo na do in gida da yi Abdullahi ajiya ya na baji go ga yiwa da ga zana kuma ya ba ga atutun shi ba ya perpetual Obama wani bai dalonu sanu wa bele shaba ina aba ina ga hwa didi wai Action Nigeria ba ki tatishi ba fi aza a corona ce nlo yemi lagma intokun in kinzi da hwa dudu ya kula kala ha ye kwelo yezo Sarafina Okono mekwe nwa be le shaba yin wada nge nba be da bada de nu na anabaji goga tatishi ba godo nge bala agoga ba sukun nyasa nkoye koyi ya gba ya je yilo kan ajaria na bai ami agwa ce koyi tiga abuba ni koyi su koyi gigi iba ja da wasu shakwaji fe yi sai su
Growing up in a big family, there weren't always enough seats at the table, so we started eating on the floor so that we could enjoy our food and cokes together, to remind us that the most important part of any meal is being together.
Ɗauka hoto ka nuna asuwa zai zo.
Yau dai ga Balarabe.
Balarabe! Ga wannan abin ne. Balarabe! Menene? Video ne ai, na video. Na washe video ne.
Ya sami kyautar garabasar global rakete. Sai ko ya fara amfani da social media da bai san kansa ba cikin farin ciki. Browsing yake yana ta tattauna da jama'a, yana saka hotunan kayayyakinsa na kasuwanci gatsau. Ya tafka kuskure don ko ya saka hoton matarsa haɗe da kayayyakinsa na kasuwanci yana tallata a social media.
Na too much Berekete kosa.
Berekete, samu kyautar naira 600 na lokacin kira tare da garabasan kashi 700 akan duk caji da kuma har kashi 100 na duk tsarin data da kake akai.
Jama'a masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkanmu da warhaka a takaice ga kamar yadda aka saba ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaran yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. A yayin da kungiyar sojojin da suka yi ritaya ke shirin bikin tunawa da ranar 'yan mazan jiya ta 2022, hukumar birnin tarayya ta yi alkawarin bada gudunmuwarta don tabbatar da cewa an yi bikin cikin nasara. Wakilar mai ifayin Yazumba ta kawo mana rahoto cewa ministan Abuja Muhammad Musa Bello shine ya bayyana haka a yayin da tawagar 'yan kungiyar ta kai masa ziyara, inda ya tabbatar musu da cewa hukumar za ta ƙara gudunmuwarta akan yadda ta saba ga iyalan 'yan mazan jiyan da suka riga mu gidan gaskiya don kyautata rayuwarsu. Hukumar birnin tarayya ta ce za ta yi amfani da sashen ƙaura da biyan diyya ta hanzarta bunƙasa ababen more rayuwa a garuruwan Orozo, Karshi da Gidan Ɗaya, wanda ta ce su ne garuruwan da za ta yayin da suka kai ziyarar duba aikin hanyoyi a garuruwan. Hukumar lafiya ta birnin tarayya tare da haɗin gwiwar wata ƙungiya ta ƙasa sun sake jaddada ƙudurinsu na tabbatar da cewa an yi wa mazauna birnin Abuja miliyan 1.5 allurar rigakafin cutar corona. Wakilarmu Sarafina Okon Emekwe ta rawaito mana cewa an bayyana haka ne a taron manema labarai na kwana ɗaya akan yadda za a samu nasarar gudanar da allurar a nan birnin Abuja. To ƙarshen labaran namu ne kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu kwana lafiya.
N'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono.
dịka ala anyị na-akwadobe maka emume ncheta ndị agha nke afọ 2022. Ifeanyi Ezumba wetara akụkọ na gọọmenti isi ala anyị ekwela nkwa maka enyemaka mgbe a na-eme ya bụ ememe. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na minista na isi ala anyị Muhammad Musa Bello kpughere nke a ma kwuokwa na gọọmenti ga-enye aka mụbaa oyiye ndị a na-enye maka ọdịmma ndị nwunye ndị agha lagoro mmụọ. Gọọmenti isi ala anyị site na ngalaba na-ahụ maka ihe iti aka n'obi nye ndị kwagharịrị site n'ebe obibi ha ekwuela na ha na-emepe ime obodo nke Karishi, Orozo nakwa Gidandaya na-atụfughị oge. Abdullahi Ajia wetara akụkọ na onye isi ndị otu a Perpetua Ọhamma mere ka anyị mata nke a mgbe ọ gara ilekọta ọrụ ụzọ ndị ha ji n'aka na ya bụ ime obodo. Gọọmenti isi ala anyị site na njikọ aka ọnụ otu na-abụghị nke gọọmenti Breakthrough Action Nigeria ekwupụtakwala ịdị uchu ha n'ihu na agbara ihe dịka 1.5 ndị obibi isi ala anyị ọgwụ mgbochi nje korona. Serafina Okonumekwe wetara akụkọ na nke a pụtara ihe mgbe ha na-akụzi maka ọgwụ mgbochi nje korona n'isi ala anyị site na usoro mgbasa ozi nke ọgbara ọhụrụ. Ndị ọkaokwu na ya bụ nkụzi mekwara ka anyị mata na ọgwụ mgbochi a bụ nke a haziri n'usoro ebe usoro nke mbụ bụ maka ndị ọrụ ahụike, usoro nke abụọ bụ maka ndị gbara afọ 50 gaa n'ihu, ebe usoro nke atọ bụ ndị gbara afọ 18 na ụma. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ebe a ka anyị pịachiri aka ụwa nke taa. Ndewo.
Kalẹ̀ o ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì Kánò ti ìlú Àbújá ló dé sí etí gbọ̀yìn. Mọ́bọ́lájí Martin ní oníròyìn. Bí ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó ti fẹ̀yìntì lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ológun tí wọ́n ń pè ní Nigerian Legion lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ akitiyan ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìrántí àwọn akọni, ìjọba ìlú Àbújá ti pinnu àtìlẹ́yìn láti rí i wípé ètò ọ̀hún wáyé láìsí ìyọnu. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ifeanyi Ezumba ròyìn wípé aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Muhammadu Musa Bello tó sọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún ṣe yọjú sí láti ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ èròǹgbà ẹgbẹ́ fún àwọn tí àwọn akọni ọ̀hún fi sílẹ̀ lọ, wípé ìjọba yóò ṣe àfikún àtìlẹ́yìn rẹ̀ tó ṣe fún ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún ní ọdún tó kọjá. Aṣáájú ìrìn àjò ọ̀hún Abdulmalik Jubril bákan náà sọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari fún wọn ní àǹfààní láti béèrè àtìlẹ́yìn fún ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún ní ọwọ́ àwọn ọmọ tí Olúwabùkún. Ìjọba ìlú Àbújá nípasẹ̀ ẹ̀ka ètò ibùgbé tuntun àti ògbà mábìnú sọ wípé ohun tó jẹ òun lógún ni kí ìdàgbàsókè ayárabíàṣá dé bá àwọn ibùgbé tuntun. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Abdullahi Ajia ròyìn wípé olùdarí ẹ̀ka ọ̀hún Perpetua Ọhamma ló gbé ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún kalẹ̀ lásìkò tó ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí àwọn ọ̀nà àti àwọn ohun èlò tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ ní agbègbè Karishi, Orozo àti Gidandaya láti mọ̀ bí iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún ṣe ń lọ sí. Àjọ ọ̀gbìn ètò ìlera l'Àbújá pẹ̀lú ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ Breakthrough Action Nigeria tẹnumọ́ wípé wọn yóò rí dájú wípé 1.5 mílíọ̀nù àwọn tó ń gbé ìlú Àbújá gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ti COVID-19 kí ọdún